There is a lot that Mario Cristobal is happy about as the Miami Hurricanes smashed Bethune Cookman 45-3 at the Hard Rock Saturday night. Canes are 2-0, controlled the game, controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides. Carson Beck was fantastic. The defense was very, very good. The team accounted for 31 first downs, 543 total yards, had a fairly balanced attack with 36 passes to 30 runs, and did not turn the ball over. Two straight games, the Miami Hurricanes offense does not turn the ball over, which is obviously tremendously important to success. Not a ton of penalties, only four penalties for 50 yards. And they got the W. While I don't think the game was spectacular in nature because there weren't a ton of big plays, and basically how Bethune Cookman kind of played the game, played the play clock, and ran it down constantly. But even Miami didn't attempt to go downfield all that often in the game. Nonetheless, it was a dominating performance. Mario Cristobal had an opportunity to get all these players into the game. Emery Williams got a chance to play 25 minutes of football, or 25 minutes of football. You got to see a lot of younger players out there. 14 players caught passes, a lot of young guys on the defensive side of the ball. Everything that you want to get done got done, with the one exception being that it wasn't a spectacular type of situation. Nonetheless, Mario Cristobal was happy with what he saw. He knows that coming up, South Florida is not going to be an easy task. Home field game, 4:30 p.m. this Saturday. And after USF's coming off of beating Florida in Gainesville, it definitely makes you get on your toes this week in practice. You got to be all in, focused, 100%. And I am sure this team will be ready to play come Saturday against USF. Here's what Mario Cristobal had to say in the post-game interview, post-game press conference after yesterday's game. Take a listen.
Sir, good evening, everybody. Again, I always appreciate you hanging around so we could chop it up a little bit. But I know pretty solid job by our guys coming out handling business. Really efficient by the offense, scoring on every drive. Our defense did a really good job too, although that their team was obviously trying to snap the ball with a low count on the shot clock to try to limit the number of possessions that we had. And once we played the ones in the second half of the first drive, felt it was a good time to work on developing the other part, the other half of our roster. And lots of guys got their first opportunities or their second, and so opportunities to get significant playing time and play within our system. So a lot of positives, a lot of things to fix, a lot of things to get better at. So questions, please.
Tim Reynolds. Mario, just how important is it to get out of the game one like this clean? Two, I know, Leslie had the targeting on the first possession, but otherwise there wasn't a lot of flags, there wasn't a lot of drops, mistakes, mentals. Just how important is it to get through a game like this with everyone doing their job?
No doubt, and that was a focus, right? The focus on us and us getting better. And if you really focus on that routine plays, turn the highlight plays. And if you get off of that, if you're trying to make a play instead of doing their job, that's when things go sideways. And actually, their big plays were the result of us trying to make a play instead of doing our job. So, but we came out clean for the most part. And you still have to play your guys. You got to come to these games full throttle, and our guys did a good job while they were in there. And they granted us the opportunity for the other guys to play as well. So we got the best of both worlds out of it.
One quick follow. Carson started 15 for 15. Nobody here has ever done that. Vinny's record was 14 in a row, 39 years ago. Carson broke it tonight. Okay. I know you spoke very highly of him from day one. Just for him to have that kind of rhythm early, how good is it?
He keeps getting better and better. I mean, every practice, every week, there's just continued growth, development, and really you see a growth in the appetite for more. He just wants to get better. He wants Miami to get better. He wants Miami to win, and he's all about teams. So all in all, just awesome progress. Jordan McPherson.
Mario on the reserves are getting, and specifically Bryce Fitzgerald getting the interception. And in the fourth quarter, he's a guy who didn't get coming until the summer. But to see him making impacts today, he got in some time in Notre Dame. To be able to see him be able to step up as quickly as he did, just what stands out about him?
I mean, just about everything. He's smart. He's tough. He's athletic. He's ridiculously gifted, and he's a great human being. He's all about his teammates. He wants to do well. Got a tremendous knack for being around the football. His cover skills are excellent. He's a great tackler, and he's not a little guy. He's a big guy. You know, he's 6'1" plus, and you know, he's close to 200 pounds. So he's a guy that he's learned our systems, picked them up really well, and actually a couple different positions. And so you're going to see him more and more.
Gary Furman?
Mario, I know it was just a quarter and a half, but how important was it to get Emery back on the football field playing productive football in a rhythm?
Really important. I mean, I think everyone that played tonight, it's really important. The season is long, and if your roster is really going to develop, you have to get them some time, both in practice and in opportunities like this. Emery's a really good player, and it was good for him to get out there and just kind of shake off some of that dust from a year ago, because we have a lot of faith and confidence in him. He showed it, and just really proud of him.
Coach, go to Adam in the Sun Sentinel.
Mario, with Mark Fletcher kind of just like chugging along the last 2 games, he didn't break off any huge runs, but he had consistent, solid runs. Just how important is that, you know, kind of for him to keep you guys ahead of the chains and stuff?
I mean, averaging almost 8 yards a carry, very physical runner, really good at pass protection, tremendous leader. I think all those guys just did a really good job. Him, Marty Brown, I know Chris Wheatley, Humphrey, all those guys got some really, really good hits. And Mark and Marty started us off for the game. And I mean, we feel like we have multiple starters back there. But to your question as for Mark, you can't say enough great things about him.
Coach,
He epitomizes a leader, you know.
Sorry. Go back to Daryl Streeter.
Coach, how you doing? Saw Wesley in regular clothes and didn't see Josiah traded. Could you tell us a little bit about both of those guys?
Which ones?
Wesley and Josiah.
Wesley was ejected in the first quarter, right? JoJo got banged up late in the week, so he was a no-go for the game.
Rudy?
Coach, Malachi Tony continues to shine. I mean, there was a catch he made where he just shook the Bethune defensive players. Talk about his performance and the continued progression of his game.
I think you're seeing what we see every day in practice, and it goes back to his professionalism. We all know he's ultra talented. I think a lot of us have seen him play since he was knee high throughout his entire just youth career and high school career. But what people don't see, that he is as diligent and as hard of a worker as you could want in that room at such a young age. He's a great example for everybody, old and young, in that building.
I got one more also. Gino Toretta compared him to Kevin Williams this past week. Do you see the comparison for Kevin Williams and Malachi Tony back in the day?
You know, one thing, I stay away from comparisons, you know, because for guys, we don't want the next Kevin Williams. I love K-Dubs. He's a brother to me, but we want the first Malachi Tony, and he's doing a really good job establishing himself as that.
We'll do a couple more. Coach, go to Brian Lemon. Coach, obviously you lost some great talent on the wide receiving core after last year, but it seems like, at least early on, that this group is really special and doing some good things. Just talk about this group as a whole.
Talented guys that work really, really hard. They are as tight-knit of a receiver group, which is not super common all the time, right? I mean, these guys they hang together, they work together, they work on the details of the game. So besides being really talented, they have great leadership. I think it starts with C.J. Daniels and the way he has taken a leadership role in that room. Keelan does a lot of that stuff as well, and they just, you know, guys like Ray. I mean, there's just a lot of really experienced guys that know the processes and the regimen that it takes to be successful on Saturday. So they've had a significant impact on the other guys, and they're making plays as they come to them. Notice they're not trying to play out of scheme. They're not trying to do something that's out of what is asked of them to put us in a pinch. They're making the plays that come to them, and when they do have an opportunity, they're making it count.
Coach, we'll wrap it there. Thank you.
So there you have it from Mario Cristobal after the game against Bethune Cookman. I think the telling thing that he said at the end was players are not leaving assignments. Assignment football is critical. Like, you can be Mr. Playmaker, but assignment football is an absolute necessity. You've got to be on your assignments. You got to take care of your assignments. You have to stick to your assignments and don't try to play hero football. Hero football is what causes breakdowns. Hero football is what causes defenses to lose guys, causes losses. It's just that simple. And if they're taking care of their assignments, that is so vitally important for the success of this team, for the success of the season. And if they do that this year, I think this defense is going to be a lot better than it was last year. It's already shown that it's better than last year just off the Notre Dame game. But taking care of your assignments defensively is of critical nature. I still want to see some more sacks. I want to see more pressure in the backfield. But end of the day, 45-3 is 45-3. Easy win is an easy win. And now get on the horse and get ready for South Florida. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.